What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and some Chaos 5 trials. I'm going to try to go through all 4 of the Chaos 5 trials today using only the original 4 heroes with 0 cheddar. So no cheese in the mix. And another thing I wanted to mention, and I haven't discussed it at all really since the trials update hit, is, although down the road I will definitely... you guys know how I do it. I will definitely do some min-maxing. Ever since the trials came out, I've been trying to stick with Trendy's original goal of giving us the opportunity to play with one of each type of hero. Now, like I said, I will min-max down the road, but every one of the heroes I'm playing here, plus what I've been playing since the trials started, have all been hybrids. It's been one hero for all tasks, and I've done 0 min-maxing. And I tell you, it's been kind of fun, really, and it makes it a lot easier when grinding the gear not to have to scroll through quite as many to look at what they're wearing. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out the loadout today. Going to start off with the Squire, because, cannonballs are beast. And we're going to be using the Squire for some spike blockades, sharpened spikes, fortification, and explosive guard. And, gotta bust out the heavy cannonballs with deadly strikes. The heavy cannonball, obviously, and defense rate. Now, moving on over to the Huntress. I guess the only thing I've done on the Huntress so far has been just PDTs. I haven't played a lot with traps yet. I have used geyser traps. So I guess I could say this was the geyser trap PDT Huntress. Let me show my Squire's Ascension too. Forgot about that. We're maxed out on Defense Crit. We're maxed out on the Cannonball Range Gambit. And I've got the change thrown into Defense Crit. On the defense side, we're maxed out on Defense Speed and everything else thrown into Cannonball Tower Damage. And on the offense side, just in case, gotta have some Sword Beam loving, so I'll throw those down periodically. Now, moving on here, I'm going to be using Poison Dart Towers. Now, I know people have had some luck still going with crit and a faster attack speed on the PDTs, but I've been embracing the poison approach once again, just like in the past. So we're going with a medallion with Destruction, Enhanced Poison, and Explosive Poison. And for Ascension, we're maxed out on the PDT Range Gambit, Defense Crit, and the change thrown into defense crit damage. On the defense column, we're maxed out on defense speed. Everything else dumped right into PDT damage. On the offense column, just hero health. If it comes to that, or if I'm stuck with the Huntress out, she's definitely not my strongest DPS at the moment since I haven't focused on it at all. So I want her to at least be able to stay alive a little. Now, moving over to the Apprentice. Just going to be doing Frosties and DPSing with the Apprentice. The DPS on the Apprentice will be kind of a last resort. Not going to be using the Flamethrowers at all. But I'm going to be using Frosties. I have the medallion on Frosties because I like using Frosty Power. However, in this loadout, Frosty Power is not going to be required. And I'm also not going to be using the questionable Freeze Shard, although it is just insanely effective when combined with heavy cannonballs, of course, for the Shatter combo. But I've got a medallion here. The main thing I was just looking for was defense health on it. And using Fortification, Frosty Duet, and Deadly Strikes. Frosty Duet by itself is, the range is ridiculously short, but that Deadly Strikes really helps it out. For Ascension, went straight out on Hero Crit Chance. We got 34 thrown into Hero Crit Damage. Got my Ability Mana maxed and my Movement Speed maxed. Then we got the Frostbite Slow maxed out, Defense Speed maxed out, and the change thrown into Frostbite Health. And I just like using that Arcane Volley, so I dumped all of offense into Arcane Volley, just because it's just so damn fun to play. It's hard not to. Now on the Monk, which is going to be my primary DPS, we're going to be going with Skyguard Tower. So defense health, defense power, and defense speed on a totem with vampiric empowerment, destruction, and deadly strikes. Now I know people are getting really strong results with the medallion here. Once again, it's all about what you get and what drops. I've had an abundance of totems, so I'm using a totem with deadly strikes and vamp for the Skyguards. And then for the DPS side of things, this is the first time trying out this Call of the Kobold. It looked pretty cool, so I want to check it out. And I do use the secondary right click quite often, so I've got Concussive Chi in the mix. We got Power of Storms on the helm for that crazy regen with the Brain of Confusion. Taser Suit. Pole Smash. I'm going to be doing the Pole Smash and the Construction, which is going to help repair those walls. And then Speed Boost and Wave of the Storm. Anyway, that's the loadout. Let's go ahead and jump right in and get it moving. I'm going to start off right up here on this north side. And we're going to go with 2 squire blocks. I'm going to try to squeeze in 3 heavy cannonballs and still leave room for a poison dart tower. And then let's get that frosty duet in the mix here. And I think we'll go with it. Let's go over here. See, the range is still really low using that the Deadly Strike Shard. But it's because of that frosty duet. When you look at the range without the defense range shard using frosty duet, it's just crazy, crazy small. Alright, now can't forget about the air defense. Almost every match I've lost so far since the trials have come has been involving air defense, or my lack of. So I'm never hesitant to throw the air defense up now. And let's get to it with the walls. We got 2 blocks right here. We'll go with 2 blocks right there. And then same thing here. Want to leave room for the poison dart tower in the mix. Oop, forgot about the frosty. Can't forget the frosty. I'm gonna go... Where do I want to go with the frosty? Let's just stick it right out there. Hopefully, if I can avoid any ogre smashes here in this lane, then that should be fine. And over here to the east side, gonna go 2 more blocks. 3 cannons. A poison dart tower. And then a frosty. Gonna need to get this one a little bit closer. Let's see, I think I may like this side better. I believe I do. Now this next lane here is that we're going to have to do most of the manual killing in this lane for wave 1, since we don't start off with enough green mana. But I'm going to come down, get a little air defense right here. Get another right there. And then we'll get to walling. And balling. Maybe. And then a PDT to close the deal. Where are you at? And then we'll go with a frosty here as well. We're going to go right up top with this frosty. Keeps it nice and out of the way. And then only 110 DU left. So like I said, we're going to have to do quite a bit of manual killing right here. But we do have enough to go... Let's see, we can do 1 cannonball, 1 PDT. Let's go with the PDT. Right about like that should work. And then hope that we can survive wave 1 here. Because after, you know, of course, things become a lot easier once it's all built out. That Call of the Kobold is going to cause people some absolutely insane lag. or an insane frame rate drop, I should say. That, I don't really know quite what its effectiveness is at this point, but I had no idea it was going to be this much of a fireworks show. Holy crap. That's ridiculous. I'm a pole smash monk, and I can't manage to pole smash because I want to run out here and right-click everything. Come on, stuns. That is crazy. Like I said, that's my first time using it, so you guys will have to pardon my glee. But I had no idea that that's what it was going to look like for sure. It's just cool looking. Alright, so we got through wave 1. My god, that's going to make me just... I'm sorry already, there, Samundra. I'm going to make your game is going to run at 10 frames per second. I apologize. Alright, let's get back to balling. I'm pleasantly surprised with the effectiveness of the heavy cannonball. That is for sure. Now we know this map here has occasional stray mobs that will run out here and hit the core. So to try to adjust for that, I am going to put a couple of heavy cannonballs covering it this way. And then let's get that Frosty in the mix. Let's go something like that. And actually 160 DU left. I don't think it's really necessary for me to use it, to be honest with you. But you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and double dip on this side. Even though the PDT poison won't be near as effective, it'll give me a little bit more protection if something does walk down this direction. And another $120. I think the only natural thing would be more heavy cannonballs. Now this is where I'm going to do the bulk of my fighting. So of course the more heavy cannonballs, the more stun, which means the more assassin relief. So I'm just going to go ahead and get crazy right here. That is really, really excessive. But sometimes excessive is fun. Alright, now I don't want to have to come down to this lane anymore for the rest of the map. Just going to slap on some ups. And let's just go ahead and scroll through them over here too. Get everything upgraded nicely. You get that Frosty slow way, way down when you upgrade it. For those of you who are wondering, you didn't used to ever worry about upgrading your Frosties. Now it's definitely a good idea. But I think we are probably good to go for Wave 2 here. So let's go ahead and get it started. Now, I usually try to keep most of the full runs like this either shortened or edited or in some sort of a speedrun fashion. But just because of the trials and the new update, I figured I'd show you guys the full enchilada. So this will be, will be a little longer video, of course. This Call of the Kobold thing. I gotta look at it and see. It's just cool looking. I mean, it's gonna, make my computer run at about 1,000,000 degrees, I think. But who doesn't like a fireworks show, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. I wish I would have known about this sooner. I would have been using this for weeks now. Or I don't know about weeks, but for a little while for sure. Double stacked, look at that. Got the old Wither Beast. The old Wither Beast double cheeseburger. Just kind of throwing the ups around. I would probably get... Well, if I was using Frosty Power with something set up front, I would get much more benefit off just upgrading those Frostbites to keep everything parked right there. But since I'm not, I am going to give everything else some loving too. And cannons, the cannons do scale very nicely with upgrades. Let's head back up to this spot up here. This will be kind of the bulk of the hot zone here. Getting it done. Now, next wave, you know, it was noted down in the bottom of the patch notes that a couple of geodes had slipped through on Chaos 5. And they're still there. They haven't been removed. So there's one in Wave 4 and one in Wave 5. So you're definitely going to have to watch for them. Using projectiles, you know, you don't want a bunch of heavy cannonballs rolling back at your stuff. That's for certain. Come on. Where's Malthius? Yep, that was Quibbly. There we go. Good enough. Looks like Malthius went down on his own. Alright, so let's find the geode. There he is right there. First look. So we're going to have to start the wave off on this lane for sure. A little overkill on the air, but don't want to have any air issues, so... Best way to remedy air issues is overkill the crap out of it. Then you can sleep better at night, you know? Alright, here we go. So Mr. Geode's coming out. There, got him taken care of. The shieldies I don't worry too much about because the PDTs still apply the poison, so they're going down, even though they don't take any damage from the heavy cannonballs really, or reduced damage. Call of the Kobold? Oh my god. May cause epileptic seizures. Good gosh, crazy. I do remember I have the stun on the blockades, so if my pet ability isn't up, I just give him the old piggyback ride over to the spike blockades. Dummies work really well too. Any wall basically with the stun on it. Got that silence going on here. The assassin of silence with no assassin. I found the easiest way to remedy that is to just suicide. Some people said you can switch heroes, but you can't switch heroes when you're silenced, so I haven't had any luck doing that. Every time I try it, it tells me... Oops, wrong way. Every time I've tried it so far, it tells me I can't switch heroes right now, like the assassin is on me. But I guess some people have had luck with it. And Siege Roller down. Alright, now I didn't throw any love to this one yet. Little oversight. And these guys as well. This lane just got neglected a little since the beginning. Good enough. Alright, let's find the geode again. Maybe the same, yeah, it looks like... Actually, no, the geode's coming out of this one this time. This one's really dangerous for it to come out of with all those cannonballs. So, I'm going to have to kill that thing super, super fast. There we go. We got lucky with a pole smash crit in the mix there. And just, you know, as with any map, just pay attention to your mini-map. You know, you can see what's going on right there. I got the silence. Maybe Scarnash will drop on me. It looks like the cannons. Or no, he didn't get out in time. If an assassin pops on you, it gets rid of it. Well, it seemed like it used to. Oh, there we go, yeah. If the assassin pops on you and you get your cannons or whatever stunted off of you, it seems like it gets rid of that, that little funky silence thing. Man, I just can't get him off me now. There we go. Come on, heal, come up. Alright, gotta kill Malthius here. Oh, Malthius is going down anyway. And I think it's probably a good game here. Why does the Siege Roller always have to come out of the furthest possible lane? He's taking some good damage up there. Those heavy cannonballs, they did nice. I mean, obviously it was greatly reduced, but they still did decent damage to him before the update. Looks like still putting a little bit of pain onto him. Piece of cake. Here we go. Now come on, legendary chest. I wanted to do the Bastille first because, in my opinion, that's probably the toughest of the Chaos 5 maps. So I wanted to go ahead and knock it out of the way, and I knew also that that is the longest build time and longest explanation time and everything else. To at least see if we got a decent shard out of the deal. Let's check it out. Lateral Blast. Actually, I already had that one. Anyway, that is going to do it for now, though. Thank you for watching. Click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. And like I said, I'm going to try to get all 4 of the Chaos 5 maps done today. Now, they're not going to be edited and uploaded today, but over the next, say, 48 hours, hoping to have all 4 of them up there on the channel. So thanks again. We'll see you next time.